Okay, traders, the question is the Bitcoin bear dead? Because this dip isn't happening. We continue to see higher prices. We continue to see this uptrend pattern that continues to evolve in like all kinds of different, structures, and no micro supports are being broken. We're just seeing the price continue to climb up higher. So we're going to take a closer look into it because I may be wrong. I may be wrong on this potentially. I mean, we can still factor it in, but I'm still taking advantage of this uptrend and I'm still taking short-term long positions with small positions as we continue to go up higher. Earlier today, if you guys were paying attention, or if you guys know this important resistance that we had in the past right here, that was the last swing high before this structure began to confirm a bearish trend. It now acted as a support, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to that or not, but this is super impressive to see these micro supports hold and continue. Like this one held, continue to push the price higher with the 120 moving average, and we end up using the previous resistance, the bigger picture resistance, as a future support, and continue to push the price higher. And I've been day trading this. I'm gonna show you guys a position that I currently have open. It's only 150 shares of BITU, but I'm gonna show it to you guys real quick because I'm up on it. I still have it open because I still want to see this area max out. But I have 150 shares on this new portfolio I opened up. I opened up a new account specifically just to take advantage of a short-term bullish fluctuations. I added 20,000 in there, and I've been trading this for the last 2 weeks, small positions. Right now, I'm up quite a bit, but with this position specifically, as of the end of extended hours for BITU, I'm up $342.01. That's 1.4% of the portfolio. So it's looking good, and I continue to hold on to that small position because I have no like resistance to look at. We have no more resistances really, unless you look at the Bitcoin heat map. But there's nothing. We're making new highs. We have a new all-time high right now that we're trying to break right here, in this smaller like swing high right here on this candle's wick, and we're continuing to see that bullish pressure upward. We've been seeing the price not just go up, but the RSI has not been really maxed out to the extreme. It's been topping out, but it hasn't been whatsoever like exhausted, and we still see the price go up higher. So I'm looking to hold on to that position to see if we can reach 111 to 112k for this little bullish structure to look at right there. And we all know that the hype is real on Bitcoin, so we just got to keep in mind not to because we don't know where the resistance is really going to be. We got to keep in mind of the structure and just like what it's telling us, because if we go in hard right now in Bitcoin, yeah, the price can continue to pop, but it can also have a decent large red candle at any point. So we got to keep the position sizing real. We gotta not let the hype influence us to over leverage ourselves with especially if you're trading short term. I mean, if you're in here to the end of 2025, then it's probably a great deal. Like this, where I think Bitcoin's gonna be much higher. As you guys know, I believe, conservatively speaking, Bitcoin will top out between 130 to 150k, and that's my conservative. That's my low estimate. I believe it can go much higher than that. But the short term structure, like, we got to keep in mind that every time we make a micro swing low, these higher lows that we're seeing in the micro picture, we got to keep in mind that every time, like, if you guys were trying to day trade Bitcoin today, you were probably, if you guys were being patient, you were probably looking at the previous swing low right here and saying like, okay, well, if the price can hold above the swing low, then I'll add a position. The moment it breaks below the swing low, then that's my stop loss. Like that'll be a great approach. And if you did that, you're up quite a bit, very nicely. And if you are also looking at a little bit more of like a 2 to 3 day long swing trade or anything, like, you're probably looking at these previous swing lows for potential support and potentially placing SLs as well. But what I'm trying to say is that, and what I really want to talk about, is now that I'm updating these retracements, because this retracement is still very much valid. This one is showing a bigger picture support for this whole move up. We can also pop in there from this low right here up to the current high. We can also look at a little bit more of a shorter term support as well, because if the price proves to be strong enough, we can easily see it come down, try and find support here and go higher. Ideally, we will want to see the blue get filled for any, like decent pullback. But the question is this no longer happening, right? The question is the overall bigger, the overall bigger retracement from the low to the high, is this dead? And I'm going to go ahead and say no. I still believe it's very important to take advantage. And I always say that. I've been saying this for like 2 weeks. Keep taking advantage, in my opinion, of short-term rallies, these fluctuations. Every time we're at micro supports, add a position. Like right here, this would have been a great micro support to add position, and using the bottom of the just underneath the swing low as a SL, and taking small positions and continuing to trade these rallies with small positions with a tight SL, just to continue to max out our profit, like I'm doing. I just showed you guys this position I have. It's 150 shares. I'm up a bit on it, and we'll see how the price continues to go. I plan to be out of that short-term trade if the price breaks below this swing low. I'm still using this as an SL right here. If the price breaks below the swing low, I'm out, because it's possible that we can start testing supports within the blue. Because again, as of right now, technically speaking, there is no other resistance to look at, again, unless you're looking at the Bitcoin heat map. There's probably something you can look at there depending on the time frame that you're looking at. But as of right now, for me personally, it looks like 112,000 could be a micro top, a micro resistance, for then another potential corrective move to happen in the smaller picture before the price continues to go up higher. But every time the price dips in the shorter term, again, it's as simple as waiting to see if it comes down to previous micro support. If it does, potentially take a small position with a tight SL, and if it rallies higher, great. You can use the continuation of the rally to create another fib extension and continue creating fib extensions to see how high the price can go. But the moment micro supports get broken, then that's when you want to potentially be a lot more cautious and start looking for signs of a potential reversal, and signs of a reversal structure building onto itself as the price continues to come down. But basically, just to sum up this video, what I'm saying is that I don't think the Bitcoin bear is, at least reasonably speaking, in the short term premium levels that we're looking at, I don't believe it's dead. I believe it's more likely, not completely just yet, but I believe it's more likely for us to come down and find a bottom in the blue than it is more likely to find a bottom in the red. This is still live, but now this is starting to become a bit more dominant, because we broke all-time highs and we're holding above the previous all-time high, and we're continuing to make a new all-time high. So it's like this is starting to fade away. It's still there. It's still there until the price breaks into my green area up here, which I think I could make it a little bit more easier to look at, I think. Okay, there we go. And when the price breaks into this area, then that's when I'm removing this red area, the moment it breaks into here. But until it does, I'm still going to keep this live, even though I'm now paying more attention to this area. And again, I'm taking small, responsible position sizing at micro supports as we continue to go up higher. The moment the micro support gets broken, like if this were to come down, if it doesn't hit my sell at 112,000 and we come down, if we break below this swing low, I'm out of the position. And then I'm looking at accumulating within the blue. But if it hits that area, great. I'm just going to wait for the price to eventually have a pullback within this. So the moment the price, if the price were to have a small like micro pullback, we can easily look at so far right here for a potential reversal. So it can come down and try to find support right here. It could come all the way down to the swing low, but this will be a very strong indication if it were to come down and not break below the 0.618 at 107,957. If it were to not break below that, to me, that tells me like, hey, we have, continued strong bullish momentum and we can push up into this green area very likely. But if we break below this, then I'm looking at this swing low as a last resort to tell us, hey, maybe this shorter term structure is topping out, and maybe we're looking to start trading within the blue area. So yeah, I mean, there's selling here or selling here, taking profit or SL. If we break below this area, I'm looking at the blue. If we break over this, then I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna sell, take my profit. I don't need to be greedy, and just blindly continue to hold. Then I'll just keep following the price higher and using this as a smaller picture support, as we intend to create more micro supports on the way up for us to continue, at least for me personally, continue to want to take more small positions, and that's going to tell me where I want to buy. But as of right now, this is where I'm looking to sell. I'm going to hold on to those 150 shares until one of my two orders get filled, and then I'll keep you guys updated on the chart. We'll see what's going on in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed.